All right, shalom and good morning. It's still morning time, yeah. It's amazing how you just lose track of time sometimes, uh, especially when you don't have to necessarily be anywhere. You can show up, especially on the job site. I'll show up when I get there. If I got something to do, I'll show up when I get there. But I got to stop that. I mean, it's getting darker earlier, and so I have to get up early, and I'm not a morning person, but I'm going to have to break out of that. Anybody knows that, watch my videos, when do I wake up in the morning? When I'm well rested. That is just going to have to stop. I do go to bed early, and it's interesting how, we be up. For some reason, I wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm up every morning by like 3 o'clock. I guess I'm fully rested, and I wake up, the body, I guess as you get older, this is the things that change. But what I wanted to talk about was why I love Facebook so much. Now, we see clearly what Facebook is doing in the markets. It's lost hundreds of millions of dollars in valuations. They're laying off employees left and right. This metaverse thing is becoming a joke. Nobody wants to do this virtual thing because they're so mesmerized in the whole real thing, in terms of social interactions, in the real Facebook world, lack of a better term, or real world. But Facebook has done a lot of damage to relationships. It's done a lot of damage to the social construct that people have developed in their minds. Everything is about likes and hearts, dopamine hits. They've done studies on all of this. It's readily available. People getting up on Facebook and, all they do is post pictures of themselves. I mean, I never understood, why is it that every 5 seconds you're posting a picture of yourself or your children, and that's all you do. I mean, for likes and shares and hearts. I mean, you got to understand how empty a person's life has to be for them to just do that all day. To spend time to paint their faces, just to turn around and post a picture of them painting their faces. Or doing some dumb shit, gyrating for a second. I mean, you got the reels that's come out. And it's amazing. I looked at my wife's Facebook feed reels, and it's totally different than what I see in terms of what they target. But, in spite of all of the negativity and what it's done, Facebook has been an excellent platform from the perspective of business as well as resources. I'll give you a perfect example. Facebook Marketplace is the literal bomb. I love Facebook Marketplace because you get to go on there and purchase things tax free and at a steeply discounted rate. People are selling all types of stuff on Facebook. I've purchased 3-4 wood stoves on Facebook Marketplace. Refurbished those things, and now I'm using them. They cost like I said, if I retailed all of the wood stoves that I have now, I'd probably retail at about $12,000, $13,000 in wood stoves. And I got off Facebook Marketplace, and I paid a fraction of that amount. In terms of, cost, I paid a fraction of, there's 2 wood stoves I got, they cost at least $3,500 a piece. I've got them for $450 a piece. That ain't happening no more. You can't get those deals anymore. But you can get a whole lot of deals on other things that you need. Not name it. Clothes, metal, wood, all types of stuff you can get on Facebook Marketplace, and not pay any taxes for it. Excellent tool. Another aspect of Facebook that I love is the Facebook groups, where you can go ahead and post the link of your business in Facebook groups. Man, I'm telling you, man, I get the business that I have. The majority of our business I get now is off the Facebook groups. My wife posting information, or my information, website and stuff on Facebook groups, as well as um, the yard signs, business cards, networking with other contractors. Uh, uh, I'm telling you, man. And then in addition to that, you get all of the information on Facebook in terms of, I guess, what I'm interested in. They give me, the algorithm knows. So if they know that I'm in the carpentry, they'll send me a whole lot of tips and reels and stuff associated with that. So, and there's a lot of things that I learned from those reels in terms of how to, do a job better, in terms of whether it's laying floor or taking measurements or putting in crown molding or base molding, anything like that. And that, in addition to that, in YouTube. So I spend a lot of time on Facebook looking for deals, as well as put my information out there to network, so that I can, do some good business. And so, I guess depending on how you look at Facebook, I look at it as a thing that hasn't done a good job of pushing forth morals and values. As a matter of fact, on my Facebook feed, I'm restricted now. I'm blocked now. I can't even post nothing on Facebook for the things that I posted on Facebook recently. Man, I'm telling you, they block and they ban you big time. But those other aspects and those other features are available. So Facebook overall, I guess it's, your perspective, but I love Facebook Marketplace. I love Facebook groups. I love the reels because I get to get good information. It gives me access to materials and products that I want, that I don't necessarily have to pay retail for. I mean, you can pretty much buy anything from Facebook Marketplace. So it's a great tool, and this is how people need to be using Facebook Marketplace. Probably, a lot of people use these functions that Facebook Marketplace offers, but I literally make money off of Facebook. I make and save a ton of money off of Facebook, networking on Facebook and local groups. This is an excellent way to get your product or service out there. And it's amazing how a lot of people don't use it or not hip to it. But it's changed my whole marketing strategy and how I go about getting business, specifically through Facebook groups. It's changed how I spend money and gather resources through Facebook Marketplace. I mean, you got to have the cash, and this is why I like to deal in cash, because, people, you show up. I was buying propane tanks, like them 100-gallon propane tanks. What I'll do is I'll still look for them. I mean, I'm at the point in time where I'm pretty topped off. I got a couple of years supply of propane at this point in time. But if I want to, I got that gadget and I got this off of Facebook Marketplace, where you can transfer propane from a large tank to a smaller tank, to a 100-pound tank, or to a 5-gallon tank, or a 25-gallon tank. Any one of them tanks, you can transfer that and then fill it up, because one of the things about buying propane, and I learned this through watching a reel, that if you buy propane in bulk, it's way cheaper. It's probably like, let's say that you spend $2 a gallon and filling it up directly from the people that come out and fill up your large tank for propane. That's like $2 a gallon. But if you go to Tractor Supply, something like that, it'd be like $4.50 a gallon to fill up your propane tank, and that's expensive. Could you imagine? Now I was talking to my wife about those small 5-gallon propane tanks, and the winter is coming up. Could you imagine filling that thing up to heat your home and then turn around 2-3 days later? Because it don't last long. Those 5-gallon propane tanks, they don't last long. especially when you're heating. It's not an efficient way to heat a structure with those propane tanks. But people do it because, that's what they can afford. But, you talking about to heat a cabin with propane, you're talking upwards of $75 a week, if that. $75 to $100 a week to refill those propane tanks and go ahead and heat your home. So I found that an excellent way, but I've learned this off of Facebook Marketplace. It's interesting. When you see a strategy, it's like, wow, I didn't know that. Because you think that the propane that they sell at Tractor Supply is the same price as the propane if you was to have the truck come out and fill out your large propane tank. But now, go and buy a large propane tank. That's going to be my next big investment, is to get a second large 500-gallon, 1,000 or 250-gallon propane tank. Whatever I get, you can buy it on Facebook Marketplace. I got the trailer for it. All I got to do is make sure that I have a way to get it off and put it on or whatever. But excellent deals, but you got to have the cash. This is why cash flow is so important. Because, you show up, boom, they want cash. That's the only downside of it. They don't take credit cards. But I think you should be, getting whatever you need anyway, without having to get into a bunch of debt to get it. Me personally, I pay as I go, and that's why I like Facebook Marketplace again, because, it forces you to, get the cash up. If I ain't got the cash, I don't do it. I live within my means. Sure, I have credit cards. I use credit cards, but them bad boys are paid off at the end of every month, so that I can avoid the interest payments. But that's why I like Facebook so much, the ability to extract these resources and market your business. It's definitely been a game changer. So if you're a carpenter or an electrician or anybody like that owns a business, or if you're a homesteader, get into the habit of going on Facebook Marketplace and to purchase what you need. You'll come out great in the long run. Facebook Marketplace, if you don't know about it, get up on it. All right, have a blessed day.